Doom in the gloom for third place Aston Villa as they went out of the cup in midweek. So strength of character needed at Villa Park today. Villa Ipswich, our top match. Fourth place Ipswich, the most difficult team in the league to beat, whoever they have on the team sheet.
Johnson's not playing, Walkie's in for Johnson, so Walkie will be there, no danger. Walkie will be there, Johnson's not in.
Villa knew what to expect, Ipswich tight at the back and sharp up front. Manchester United learned that last week. It was Wimbledon who put Villa out of the cup. The Dons know how to celebrate. But do they have what it takes to stay in the Premier League? Wimbledon at home today, ready for the arrival of champions Leeds, who are out of the cup and in some trouble in the league. We've got all the other goals that have shaped the look of the championship table tonight. Three of them were scored at Old Trafford, where Manchester United fans remembered that today was the 35th anniversary of the Munich air disaster. Gary and Trevor are here to tell us what's what, to suggest who did well and perhaps who didn't. Premier League leaders Norwich were on a day off today, so it was a good opportunity for the clubs breathing down their neck to make a good impression. Aston Villa and Ipswich have both suffered respective disappointments in the FA and Coca-Cola Cup competitions in midweek, but there's nothing like 3 Premier League points to focus the mind. John Watson is the commentator.
Ipswich Town's Chris Kiwomya is their top scorer with 15 goals, and 3 of them came in the Coca-Cola Cup against Aston Villa. 2 here in a 2-2 draw, and the winner in the replay. While Villa's leading scorer, Dean Saunders, also scored in that tie. He too has 15 for the season and may benefit today from a change of tactics, which sees Villa bring in a wide. Steve Froggatt is the man who comes back at number 11. Earl Barrett reverts to right back, and Australian Mark Bosnich keeps his place in goal. Still no Dalian Atkinson, out with a groin injury. After Ipswich's Coca-Cola Cup defeat at Sheffield Wednesday, Mick McGivern makes 3 changes. Back come John Walk, Mick Stockwell and Steve Whitten. Out go Yallop, Johnson and Bozanovsky. And it looks like a 3-man central defence. Paul Durkin from Portland, Dorset, the referee, as this important Premier League match starts. 3rd against 4th. Aston Villa playing from the right, Ipswich in blue with the white sleeves. Villa, who've been doing well at home recently, but Ipswich beaten only 4 times in 26 Premier League games this season. Here's Jason Dezelle. And already the system is clear. Ipswich are playing with 3 central defenders, Linnigan, Walk and Whelan. This is Kiwomya to Dezelle. Foul. Dezelle will be one of the 2 central midfield men, along with Geraint Williams. Stockwell wide on the right, Thompson wide on the left. Richardson pushing Whitten to one side, wins the ball for Villa and for Houghton. Now Richardson is well forward. This is York, now Staunton. Still the captain waits in the middle with Saunders, but it's Parker who wins it back for Aston Villa. Froggatt. Now Genchev, the Bulgarian. Offside against Kiwomya. Three useful goals he's contributed so far, Genchev. That's good running by Earl Barrett on the flank. Saunders in the middle with the header. And he got up between Walk and Linnigan. And it's the plea for more width from Ron Atkinson today, and Earl Barrett supplied it here. He had time to measure the cross. Saunders had space for the header. Ipswich with 5 men strung across the back here. Forward by Teal. Linegan's with Saunders. Good challenge by Kevin Richardson. Was a bit too close to it, but here's York. Now Parker. Oh, good play again by Earl Barrett on that right flank. Brilliant. Oh, Linegan clears. Parker wins it back for Villa. And they're stroking the ball around very crisply, Aston Villa, in this period. They need to penetrate, though, against a tall and well-manned Ipswich defence. That's going to be the snag for Villa. They've got to get through 3 central defenders there. Parker again. York. Really hasn't been able to reproduce last season's scoring form, Dwight York. He's only got 3 so far this season, against the 17 which made him top scorer last time. Was well away. Good running from Earl Barrett, though. Ipswich are forcing them back. It's a canny game at the moment. A lot of tactical thoughts gone into this. Here's Parker. Oh, look at that ball out to Barrett. York in the centre, so is Saunders. Oh, he blocked him with the turn and Barrett couldn't get by. But Villa will come again. Parker, who supplied the last pass, now feeds the other fullback, Staunton. Bent round a bit and Linegan got his head to it. Skillful ball in by Steve Staunton. He's trying to clear Linegan to get Dean Saunders in. And there goes Jeff, and Bosnich needed to be a bit quick there. There was no offside flag, so the goalkeeper was the only man. And it was Whitten who was challenged, and he gets the free kick. In dangerous territory. It's a chip. Linegan comes in, so does Stockwell, and Staunton cleared. In fact, there's a very good ball down the line by Froggatt, and he's found Gary Parker, and they've got 3 the other way, and Staunton makes the extra man on this side. Here, number 3. And York's coming in! What a splendid goal by Aston Villa, and it started way, way back by their own corner flag. Dwight York is the scorer. Staunton provided the cross, but what about Steve Froggatt? 3 minutes gone, and that really is a team goal. How to turn defence into attack. Watch this. Froggatt clears down the line. Staunton sees that he's got to support because Parker's on the ball. There are 3 the other way at this stage, but Staunton is thundering up outside him. Now Parker has the option of what to do. He draws the defender inside and leaves Staunton free. There's the pinpoint cross, and there's Dwight York. And if you've seen a better goal than that this season, you've done very well. Here's Genchev for Ipswich at the other end. And there's a chance for the equaliser. It was Dazelle who missed the chance. 60 seconds of football there that may take a few minutes to talk about. And it's really lifted the afternoon. Well, you really can play football from one end of the pitch without hoofing it. It was great to see, and Froggatt, who was brought in today to play obviously on the wing, takes great credit for the way he started that move. Corner to Ipswich. They find themselves 1 down. Genchev has gone across to take the corner. Whelan and Walk and Linegan are all forward again. Whitten on the goal line. Oh, the slices by York. And is Walk. Oh, and Whitten couldn't turn on it. Bosnich was nowhere. He'd lost his bearings, the Australian keeper, but Parker hasn't, and neither has Saunders here. Stockwell. This is Staunton. Dwight York scored it. He was in the right place, wasn't he, as well, when that lovely cross came. What an invitation that was, and he got his header inside the near post of Baker. Well, Staunton's having as much effect on this half now as any player on the field. He keeps thundering down the left. This is Froggatt. And that one's curling away from the keeper as well. Parker picks it up. Support from Houghton here. And it hits the Ipswich player, Walk, and Earl Barrett blasts it away into the crowd. Well, they've really had a spell, Aston Villa, where the left flank has, with Staunton prominent, has unsettled Ipswich. Sometimes on this side, Stockwell's got Froggatt and Staunton to deal with, and I suppose Ipswich will have to tuck Whitten in to try and prevent Villa making so much progress. Oh, well played by Kiwami to Dizelle. That's a nice move by Ipswich. Thompson is the extra player on the left. They've got plenty in the middle. Williams. Just been recalled to the Wales squad, Geraint Williams, after a 3-year absence by Terry Yorath. That's Houghton looking for Saunders. He's being... Oh, he saw the goalkeeper off his line! That's unbelievable! That is a quite incredible goal by Dean Saunders of Aston Villa. And the whole ground rises in salute. Amazing vision and a fantastic strike. Houghton put him away, but he knew where Baker was off his line, but just look at the way he volleyed that and dipped it underneath the crossbar. This is a quite staggering individual goal by Saunders after 42 minutes, and Aston Villa lead 2-0, and we've seen Saunders produce a great individual moment off the back earlier of a high-class technical team goal. There goes Gencher, but Villa Park, where the number 9's down the years, you think back to Jerry Hitchens and many, many more, have always had a special place in the heart of Villa supporters. Well, Dean Saunders, that's his 16th of the season. He hasn't got a better one, and I doubt whether he ever will. Ipswich Town must wonder just what's hit them. For half an hour, they kept Villa at bay, and reasonably comfortably at that, but Baker has been beaten by two of the best goals I expect to see this season. Dizelle, and that's Whitten, and turned over at the other end by Bosnich. Ipswich Town's best effort of the half from Steve Whitten. Dizelle's in there, comes off the shins a bit. An important time this for Ipswich to get one back if they can. Well played again by Villa. Houghton. Oh, what a good back heel by Saunders, and Houghton crossed, and York hits the post. Oh. Well, what do you say about that? They should have scored, really, I suppose. Relief for Ipswich. Here's Staunton. And Dizelle tries to get the ball away. Any outlet will do at the moment. This is Kiwami. Good support from Williams. And Teal on Gencher. Dwight York could so easily have made it 3-0. Good play here by Ray Houghton, and look at the back heel by Saunders. He's having an inspired time. The cross in is really good enough. Dwight York hits the post under challenge from Thompson. Into stoppage time, but the half-time cup of tea today, for all concerned except for Ipswich, will be more tasteful for a goal by Dean Saunders, which surely ranks alongside the finest scored on this or any other occasion. That one goes down in the history books, and rightly so. Half-time, with Staunton powering down the left to give Villa that impetus, 2-0 to the home side. Famous old Ipswich face there, Paul Mariner, the former centre-forward, working now for BBC Radio Suffolk. Met him at a reunion on Thursday, and how good it was to see his old colleague Kevin Beattie of Ipswich in England once again restored to full health after a serious illness. It's a reshuffle at half-time for Ipswich Town. Gavin Johnson, number 12, is on in his familiar left-side position. David Linnigan went over on his ankle, so it looks like a flat back four now for Ipswich in the second half. Well, they used to say that Ronnie Radford's famous goal for Hereford was the goal of the 70s. And I can remember Graham Sharp with a wonder volley at Anfield, scoring what some people, especially Evertonians, thought was the goal of the 80s. Wonder if today we've seen a candidate for goal of the 90s from Dean Saunders. McGrath. Saunders knocks it back to Houghton. York makes his run from left to right, and John Walk followed him and got the block. It's a corner off Walk. Villa again breaking through an Ipswich defence which now only has two centre-backs, remember. This is Parker. Dwight York is having a dangerous afternoon. He's been on hand now for two or three of these openings. Houghton sees where he's going to run, lays the ball beautifully into his path, but John Walk's outstretched foot deflects the shot. Dazelle, Genchev, oh, it's going to run on here for Williams. Outside him, Witten. Genchev in the centre, a Witten strike. Blew across the goal, and a touch by Bosnich gives a corner. Well, he's had quite a week, the Australian. Only 21, made his name in World Youth Football with Australia when he was very highly rated. Then the Olympics. And now a good save here from Steve Witten. Bosnich had a short spell with Manchester United in between all that, by the way. Good save. Thompson will take this corner for Ipswich. Whelan comes in from the back, beaten by McGrath, and in fact he fouled McGrath. Well, Ron Atkinson, who loves those discussions about great moments, great players and memorable goals, I wonder where he'll place that one when we talk about it after the game. One back by Williams for Ipswich. There goes Genchev, and they're onside, and here's Kiwomya. He got there before McGrath, and Bosnich able to get his body in the way. Kiwomya's control, first off, really disappointed himself, because had he got the ball under, he could have chipped it to the far post instantly for Genchev. And there's Walk. Kiwomya, who got 2 goals here in that Coca-Cola match. Well, this is a ball played by Steve Witten, and Villa are caught square. Over Teal, and McGrath tries to cover it, but Kiwomya's speed and the angle of the ball gets, that's where it went wrong. He got so wide that Bosnich came out and denied him the space. Kiwomya. Teal. A good, solid piece of play by the Villa number 4. And it's 2 against 2 ahead of him, and he's going to go all the way. Tremendous run by Sean Teal. Well, if more central defenders would do that, the game would be so much more exciting. If more of them could do that, perhaps it might be better. That was, what, 60 or 70 yards. The corner's already been taken. There's no stopping Villa here. Froggatt. In by Staunton. Oh, and the keeper... Oh, Saunders! And Baker managed to regain his balance after struggling on the cross. It's a corner to Villa. And I think the whole stadium lifted here, first by Teal's run, then Staunton's cross. Baker, he's just under 6 foot, the keeper, but he did well to get an arm up there. Near post, York! Oh, and it was Saunders coming in behind him. Didn't quite make the contact. York flicked it on. And Ipswich scrambled it away. Watch the Villa player in the picture come to the flick-on position, but Saunders just unable to get there. It was away by Walk. Here's Froggatt. And Ipswich doing no mean job themselves in keeping the pace of this match going at full pelt. Here's Saunders doing just that. There really isn't a break to draw breath, and this is really what makes the English game and the Premier League so exciting. They're just not stopping. Here's Thompson picking it up from Genchev, and just away with that trusty left foot. He won't be pleased with that, Neil, because he's normally able to hit the goal from there. It was another good move, though, started here by Phil Whelan. Little touch on, that was a beauty, and Thompson, play on, the referee did really well, applied the advantage. Cox. Walks header, it's going to fall for Richardson. They've got 4 up front here, Villa, 5, 6 now, 7, goodness me. This is Houghton. York. Staunton, Parker. Are they all going to have a touch here or what? Staunton again. Saunders! Well, he keeps finding the positions, and his teammates keep finding him. Beinlich. Good pass. Saunders let it run on. This is Houghton. 2 to his left. Still in a little bit of... Oh, wonderful play by Houghton. Saunders! Oh! That would really have finished it in classic style. How Houghton got from one place to another here, only he will know. John Lyall might know, the Ipswich boss, because he had him at West Ham years ago. Look at that, twisting and turning. And somehow, as it was helped on there, Saunders fired it just over. That was a special piece of play by Ray Houghton for Aston Villa. An afternoon that reinforced Aston Villa's Premier League Championship challenge. One goal of staggering impudence by Dean Saunders, and the other one was meticulous in its making and put away by Dwight York. Ipswich never played badly, but Aston Villa and Dean Saunders were irrepressible on the day. It was a joy to watch.
Well, Dean, that goal will have been seen by millions of people by the time they see you talking about it. Where does it stand among the best goals that you've scored?
Well, I think it's one of the best goals I've scored, but I was more pleased with Wales winning 10-9 in Cardiff than the goal.
It made it a very special day for you, but after Dalian Atkinson has already won 2 Goal of the Month competitions this season for Match of the Day, you've put your name on that one, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I think it's the first goal I've scored outside the box since I've been here, so it's nice. I said I was due one. I've had a lot of tap-ins, but they all count the same at the end of the day.
Well, obviously, with Dalian in the team, obviously that gives us another dimension in the team, and it's always happy to get someone quality like Dalian in the team. Obviously, unfortunate for Dalian, he's still injured, and hopefully he should be back soon. What we're going to have to do as a team is keep playing and hopefully getting the results and keep battling away.
Trevor, that was a convincing Aston Villa performance.
Well, they played very well. I mean, if you think last week, Southampton and then the penalty shootout, but more than the result, I thought it was the way they played, the performance. They passed the ball well, and more than anything, 3 players kept cropping up in most of the moves, and that was the ex-Liverpool trio. I mean, you know, there's a free kick here for Ipswich. It's half cleared, and defensively, who is it? Steve Staunton. Just out-jumps Mickey Stockwell, and then he changes his mind once he sees Steve Froggatt get hold of it. A lot of fullbacks would have said, right, that's my job done, but he's going to give a shout now to Gary Parker. He looks around, oh, hold it up, and then Gary Parker does very well, comes inside just to create a bit of space, and that allows Steve Staunton to whip in the perfect first-time cross, and you know, it was a super goal right from one end to the other. Again, that bit of space, he doesn't hesitate. Good weight of pass from Gary Parker, and you know, I'm sure Dwight York would have appreciated that chance, wouldn't he? Especially with his head. But I mean, that was sort of Villa really throughout, and Liverpool habits came through. Staunton again burst in. His first half, he was outstanding. Froggatt must have been crossing. That one just tempts the keeper, but it's Gary Parker unselfishly squaring it. And then Ray Houghton and Dean Saunders just there, just in case. And as I say, the goal, I mean, Ray Houghton, a one-touch ball, it's got to be instinct, isn't it? I mean, no other striker probably could have even thought about shooting from there. Went very high. I don't think the keeper was that far out. He was almost just on the edge of the 6-yard box. But he runs so well, Dean Saunders, to make the shooting angle. He just knows the keeper's got to have a chance of being off his line. And once he hit it, I mean, the keeper must have thought, oh, no.
Great goal.
Terrific goal. And again, the Liverpool trio, you know, Steve Staunton, Ray Houghton likes to pop up all over the field, gets a fortunate toe-ender, backheel from Dean Saunders, and there Ray Houghton looks up, picks out Dwight York, who has a dreaded shinner there. I mean, I think he should have scored. And here, Ray Houghton, you see Dean Saunders going out of the picture, and then he's got a cluster of defenders around him, and look where Dean Saunders has popped up that bit of space at the far post, and he should have scored there. Throughout the afternoon, those 3 were terrific.
Gary, both those teams went out of a cup competition in midweek. What happens in the dressing room? Do you get low after bad results like that?
Well, you get low for a while. Different players respond differently, but it's easier when you're at the top of the league and something else to fight for. If you're halfway down or near the bottom, it's a lot harder to pick yourselves up. Villa have got something to really aim for, and they're going for it. They played brilliantly today.
They couldn't afford to let their heads go down at all, really, could they?
Well, they didn't, and they came out and they showed a little bit of passion, and they've got some good players right throughout